I'm here. Sorry about that. I realized I drank the bottle of water that was sitting here earlier while I was getting get started. So here we are. So, okay. Like if you guys have one of these bottles of water that you bought from the store or something, just make sure you take a big sip out of it first so you have enough room to put your drink in. So I'm going to do that. And then I want to explain. So you guys all have different things. Some of you guys have Active, the energy drink. It's gives you, it's like a natural energy replacement. It's a performance drink. It will give you more focus as well. It just puts me in a good mood, and I feel like it gives me a lot of great benefits for muscle recovery. I love to have it before exercising as well. So some of you guys have this. Some of you guys have the pink drink. We have two versions. One is the microbiome activating pink drink, and then this one is the hunger control pink drink, the bigger one. So I'm just gonna mix the hunger control one, but no matter what sample you have, we're all gonna mix together at the same time. So when we do that, I wanna do, after we mix our drinks, all of you that have a drink with you that you're mixing, I wanna do a quick cheers, and we're gonna take a screenshot or a picture so I can post it in the group for us. Whenever you mix your drink, I just like to give a couple quick tips. And you know, it's not like that hard, it's not difficult or anything, but this is just me to make it the easiest so that I don't have as much clumping. I like to tilt my bottle at like a 45-degree angle and sprinkle it in, and I'll show you how to do that. But the reason why I don't like to just dump it in is because when I do that, when I do that, if you just dump it right in, it'll just go all in one big clump, and then it's hard to kind of get the clumps out and shake it up. So I'm just going to tilt it, and when it's like this, the surface area of the water is only this big. So when you're tilting it, the surface area is getting bigger. So that's why we do that. And then just kind of like sprinkle it around a little bit as you are putting it in. I kind of twist the packet when I do it. And then when you put the cap on, try to mix it side to side first. So like this direction. And the reason to create more of a fun one, and if you go up and down first, the powder can tend to go straight to the lid and get stuck there. So there you have it. There's your pink drink. You do the same thing with Active, either pink drink, kind of mix it the same way. And if it's, you know, not cold enough for you, just pour it over ice. I actually tend to like all of our drinks poured over ice. I think it's more refreshing and it tastes better that way. And then if you find for some reason you don't like the flavor, that's okay. There's ways to adjust it. Just get with the person that invited you and we'll give you some tips. One of my tips is just to add some lemon or lime to kind of cut the sweetness a little bit. You can also just, you know, do it with sparkling water if you like. If you're someone that drinks soda normally, it's a really good transition to actually just take your pink drink and mix it with just a little bit of water, shake it up, and then pour that in a glass and then top that with the sparkling water. So then you have like a sparkling pink drink. And you don't want to mix your pink drink with like juices or anything like that. Just kind of stick to water. And all these sparkling waters are really great options, like the Waterloo brand, Spindrift, Bubbly, LaCroix. They're all real clean. Just make sure there's no added sugar to it, okay? So let's do real quick, if you guys don't mind, you have your drink. I want to do a quick cheers. Let me see if I can do a screenshot. Actually, I'm just going to take a picture of my phone to make it easier. You guys can all hold your drinks up for a second. Okay. Cheers. We're just going to show everyone how much fun we're having. For those that actually missed this, I know some people couldn't hop on, but anyways, there's different ways too that you can do your drink. So I'm going to show you guys a little mocktail. I'm going to make a fun cocktail as well. But for those of you that have Slim and Active, you can also put these together. You can put your Active literally right into your pink drink. You can take both packets and pour them in the same bottle. You don't have to mix them separately. And I think this tastes like Hawaii in a glass when I do it that way. So that's kind of one of my favorite ways to drink Active or the pink drink, is to mix them together. You can also blend this with ice. You know, all different ways you can do this. So again, if you don't like the flavor for some odd reason, because it's amazing, please let us know and we will give you some ideas. And we want you to be interactive today. So before we kind of get started, like, please type in any questions, any comments in the chat. You can feel free to like unmute yourself and just start talking, you know, feel free to do that. And I guess if like while I'm talking, if you want to keep an eye on the chat, Sam, and I'll do the same for you whenever you're talking. Because it's kind of hard. I get distracted if I keep trying to read the chat. But anyways, I see some familiar faces. So excited you guys are here. So with the pink drinks, so the differences between the two, you know, and even if you didn't get, like say you got this one, you didn't get this one, just by hearing the benefits, you might decide you want the other one. So I just figured I would go over them. These products are just so easy to fit into your lifestyle. So when you're doing this tasting, the point of this is for you guys to be able to decide, do I like the taste? And if I don't like the taste, how can I, you know, adjust that? There's different options, obviously. And how does this fit into my daily life? This is so easy to fit into your routine. Like, you know, if you wake up in the morning, you can take Plexus because it's that easy. One tip I like to give is that if someone finds it really hard to add this to their day, they're like, I always forget to take my pink drink. And I'm like, well, just put a little jar with them like this in your bathroom, have a cup of water there, or a water bottle sitting out, and set it next to your toothbrush, because brushing your teeth is already a habit. When you pair something that's not a habit, like something that's new, with something that already is a habit, you're more likely to be able to make that habit. So that is my biggest tip for you. If you're someone that's on the go, keep these in your purse. That's why they're made for, you know, just being able to throw them on your desk, keep them in your purse or whatever. So it's really easy. You usually just drink this before a meal, but it's flexible. If you already ate, it's fine that you're drinking your pink drink right now, totally flexible. But what this is going to do is balance your blood sugars. And Plexus in general focuses on blood sugar regulation, kind of just, you know, a natural kind of detox, just keeping your body in balance. And there's a main focus on gut health with our products. So this smaller pink drink, the microbiome activating one, it has the watermelon raspberry flavor. This one has some prebiotics in it that are going to actually feed the probiotics in your gut. So it's going to help the probiotics that you already have in your gut, or whatever ones you're putting into your gut, maybe with a capsule. Plexus has probiotics as well. It's basically going to help them like thrive and multiply. So it's feeding your gut garden. Everyone has a gut. Everyone has a gut microbiome, and this is why this is called the microbiome activating slim. It's going to activate that microbiome. And otherwise, these two drinks are almost very similar, almost the same in the fact of everything else that they do with weight management, blood sugar control, helps with cravings, all kinds of good overall health benefits. But so this is the main difference, is this one is good, even better for your gut health. And the hunger control one has extra fiber. That's why it is larger than this one, because it's got all that extra fiber in there. And that's why I always make sure not to, so it doesn't clump up, because it has that fiber in there. And the fiber is just going to keep you full longer. It's going to help your portion control. It's just kind of healthy hunger control. It's not an appetite suppressant or anything like that. Like, we want you to eat. And if you are trying to replace a meal, this is not a meal replacement, but we do have meal replacement protein shakes called Lean. We posted about it earlier in the Facebook group. You guys are in the Facebook group that we made for this. And they are really, really excellent. And I actually crave my Lean shake every day. Just had mine a little earlier. So that's what I wanted to say about the pink drinks. And I was thinking, oh, there's Megan. Okay. If Megan wants to chat while I kind of, so sorry, I didn't see you on there when I kept talking. I should have looked around better. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just like start making like a mocktail and a cocktail while you chat, so I can kind of do that. Like I said, if you guys can get on gallery view on your phone, or if on your iPad or your computer, if you're on your phone, you'd have to kind of slide around to see everybody that's not talking. But while they're talking, I'm gonna be making a drink. So if you guys want to watch me, go for it. Okay. I'm gonna make.
Thank you. So I'm Megan Hanna. I have been with Plexus for about 4 years now. I am a family nurse practitioner by trade. I've been doing that for 5 years. I've been an RN for 12. So I know about the body. I know about the struggles that people go through on a daily basis. I worked, like I said, family practice. So I see people of all age ranges. I initially was drawn to the company. Sam, who talked to you guys first, she introduced it to me 4 years ago. And I was just like, I had just had my second son. I have 3 boys now. But I just had my second son. I was really tired. I was working full time and I just was, thought I was supposed to be tired. I'm like, all my mom friends are tired and they don't feel great either. So like, this is just how it is. And I really had a hard time accepting that. And she offered the business opportunity to me. She offered the products to me, and I just knew that if I was going to put my name on something, that it was going to have to be like legit. So I researched the ingredients, researched the products. Gut health is something we missed in school. So there's huge research on it in the last 5-10 years. It's probably one of the biggest areas of growth in medicine over the last decade. And we don't learn about that in school, which is seriously a shame because you have so many other opportunities, so many other treatment options for symptom remedy, a whole other scope of like diagnoses. So I just feel like it's something that is super valuable that we should be incorporating into Western medicine. I'm not like anti-prescription because I do write prescriptions for people every day. They're still needed. But if this can be a tool that people can use to feel better, get their health more aligned, balance their blood sugar, facilitate weight loss in a nice way, not a Band-Aid effect. This is something that's working on like root issues that really speaks to me. If we can help people connect those dots before they have to come see me, before there's issues, prevention is so much easier and less expensive and less tedious and less disruptive than having some catastrophic diagnosis or hospitalization or something. We're not saying that we are preventing or treating diseases. We can't say that as a supplement company, but we can say I feel really comfortable saying that this has improved symptoms and improved the lives of so many of my friends. I'm now just working part-time as an NP, and Plexus has really helped with the income. I would be taking out money out of my savings. Everybody during this coronavirus and being furloughed, they think that healthcare workers are like immune to those things. My hours were cut by like 3/4. Like I was only working like 25% of my hours. And if I didn't have Plexus, I would have been taking money out of my savings to just pay my bills. So that was huge for me that I already had like this plan B, this second source of income. So both have been really impactful in my life and the lives of a lot of people I know. So thanks for letting me hop on here. And hopefully you guys are enjoying your cocktails. I don't have them with me. I already drank my Active in the car. So I just keep them in there because I'm usually on the go with my kids. So I will hand it back over. Nicole's got a drink ready, I think. She's like liming it up.
I know, I was cracking up watching her.
Liming it up.
I know, I was like, I'm so distracted. What are you doing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. Just cover me up.
It's all good, in a good way.
I just made a very simple mocktail. Like this is something I might take outside when I go watch my kiddo play and we just hang out outside on the deck. I just got frozen fruit. Usually I do mixed fruit, but this time I just use pineapple chunks. But I like to have it frozen. Sometimes I also add some ice chips in here and then just pour it over my Active on top. And then either I usually do a lime seltzer, like a lime sparkling water, or this time I did peach sparkling water. Pour that on top and just squeeze the lime in it. It's just like super refreshing. You don't have to have any alcohol in it. But I'm gonna make a Cosmo next while Sam chats with us for a little bit.
Yes, I don't know what kind of crowd we have here. I'm 27, so I don't know what that says about me, but I do like to enjoy adult beverages on the weekend, and occasionally I have too many, and occasionally I have a slight hangover. Actually, it's not even too many now. I have like 1 glass of red wine and I can get a hangover the next day, and Slim actually helps with hangovers. So I won't go into that, but I'm not gonna lie. So hi, yes, my name's Sam. I live in Waco, Texas. If you guys are familiar with like Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna Gaines, that is where I live. And I've been with Plexus for 4.5 years now. Had no idea like what was going to happen. Like that what has happened in my life was going to happen when I begrudgingly was like, fine, I will try a prebiotic and a probiotic, but it just sort of happened. When I was 21, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder called lupus. I'm not sure if anybody has autoimmune disorders here or struggles with that, but lupus is basically where your immune system thinks that something's attacking it. It thinks that there's like a foreign agent swimming around in there, and it goes into attack mode, and it basically attacks your muscles and your organs. Your body becomes very inflamed. It's extremely painful. Most people land in the hospital, and a lot of people with lupus end up needing organ transplants later on in their life. If you guys know who like Selena Gomez is, she has lupus and she needed a kidney transplant a few years ago. So after a crazy ride through the healthcare system with being misdiagnosed and told that I was making it up, and that I was just stressed out, and I was diagnosed with the flu. Finally, I got the diagnosis, which for me was a relief because I finally was like, okay, I know what's going on. Once it finally set in, I was given like a cocktail of prescriptions and told, you know, you're going to have to be on these the rest of your life. And oh, by the way, one of the side effects is that your liver could be compromised before you're like 55. Which that was terrifying. I was a senior in college and was having to like make these decisions. I don't know. It didn't align with like where my peers were at. And it was a really difficult time. I became very depressed, which in turn, you know, the depression like fed into the chronic illness, and just, it kept the cycle going. So like fast forward, I ended up going to my like hometown PCP physician and told him what was going on. And he was like, well, you know, why don't you look into gut health? He was like, take your medication that they prescribed you, but like look into pre and probiotics because inflammation starts in your gut. So I was like, okay. At the time in my head, I was like, I don't take vitamins. Last time I took a vitamin was when my mother shoved a Flintstone vitamin like down my throat. I don't take vitamins. I don't believe in vitamins. So it's just a waste of my money. But I was really sick. I was to the point where like picking up a glass like this, I couldn't do. I had to look at the glass and I had to like use all of my strength to pick it up because I was so weak and in so much pain. So at the time, my cousin, who's also in the healthcare field, she's a emergency nurse in Nashville. She had just started using the pre and probiotics with Plexus, and I saw her post about it, and I was like, I don't want to go into a GNC or a Vita Shop or Walmart or whatever, just give me what you have. And I started taking it, and within about 8 weeks, I started feeling different and better. I became a morning person. Within 3 months, I was working out regularly. I eventually became a fitness instructor. I used to have really bad cystic acne. Like I got acne from between the stress and the medication that I was on. I had really bad acne all over my face. And as you can see, my skin looks pretty decent. And I've actually been in remission from lupus for 4 years. I haven't been hospitalized. I used to be hospitalized 3 to 5 times a year. I haven't been hospitalized in 4 years. And I'm pretty much symptom free, which this is not everybody's experience, but it is mine. And if you ask my friends and family who've known me for a long time, seeing me then and seeing me now, they would be like, it's night and day. You've done a total 180. So that's just kind of how I came into the business, was like, people started asking me what I was doing and what was going on. I ended up becoming a licensed clinical social worker, and I currently work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. I also have worked for the Department of Defense, and I treat service members and veterans for PTSD and trauma-related disorders. And unfortunately, kind of like what Megan was saying, they don't tell us about the impact of gut health on mental health. But if you were to go to Google Scholar and look up gut health and depression, gut health and anxiety, you would be shocked at what you would see. Within the last like 5 to 6 years, there's actually been a third nervous system discovered in your gut. It's called the enteric nervous system, and it is responsible for really communicating between the neurotransmitters and hormones that are largely produced in your gut, like serotonin, and getting them up to your brain so you actually feel happy, so you actually feel hopeful. So when your gut is out of control, that serotonin doesn't get produced and there's no communication, you continue to feel crappy and down and all of those other symptoms. Now, again, this is not to say that this is a cure, like this is a whatever. I would never say that. But just like Megan was saying, I have patients that come in and they're like, I've taken this antidepressant, this anxiolytic, you know, I've had this evidence-based treatment for depression, all this stuff. And like, I feel okay, but I still don't feel 100%. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And I wish I could just tell them, like, why don't you try to add in this supplementation into these treatments that you're doing? Because I think that when at least your gut is, you know, healthy and clean, you can get the max benefits out of the evidence-based, you know, treatments that we do have. But when your gut is a wreck, or, you know, your blood sugar's all over the place, like, how do you actually get the max benefit of any of these other preventative measures or any of these other treatment measures that you're doing? So yeah, so that's kind of my personal story, and then like how this has impacted me professionally. And I'm single, I don't have kids, but I have a lot of student loan debt. And for me, this has just been a way for me to kind of continue to help people just like in a different way than what I do full time. And I see it as really complementary, but I'm not a healthcare person like physical health like Megan. I learned this stuff as I went, and it was one of those things where I was like, I recommend to my friends like hair products, restaurants I like, movies I like. I can recommend a probiotic I like too. It doesn't make any difference. So thank you guys for being here. I hope that you are enjoying. And I think at this point, like in the last few minutes, we'd love to just hear, like, what are your thoughts? Does anybody want to be brave if you just tried it and just tell us like your initial reaction? Like, it could be positive or negative, neutral. Anybody want to be brave and do that?
I like it. I think it
Which one
tastes
did you
good.
try?
It's like peach. I'm not exactly. I'd have to go get the thing, but I like it. I like it a lot. It's good.
Yay. I'm so glad to hear that, Dina.
Yeah. It's delicious. It kind of reminds me of Crystal Light.
Yeah. Oh my God, I used to love Crystal Light.
Yeah, it reminds me of Crystal Light, but I really like it.
Good. Did you try the pink drink yet too, or no? Sorry.
No, just this one. Just the orange one or peach one that you sent.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
Are you surprised? You said it with like I don't know if now I'm in therapist mode, but you said it with like an inflection in your voice. So are you surprised? Were you expecting it to be like gritty and taste like a supplement, basically?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but it doesn't.
I love
it's really
that.
good.
Everyone's like pleasantly surprised. I love that.
Yeah.
I did see that one question about, does active curb hunger? No, technically it doesn't. However, I will say I have found myself, if I sip on active in the afternoon, I tend to snack less, and maybe it's because of the sweet, like if for someone that does like sweet, and that I would normally go to candy. I used to have gummies and candy around all the time. The active kind of like takes that, it's like, it gives me that sweetness maybe. There's something about it that I don't really feel hungry, but I mean, I know sometimes I use the Slim Hunger Control, but you know, just wanted to throw that out there.
Hi guys.
Hey Christine.
Hey, so I just love active. I had some today, and I think I started taking it like a month ago, maybe longer. I can't even remember now. But what I noticed, like the biggest difference besides like a nice little energy boost and sustained energy, is that I can breathe better. I don't know what. I think it's from like that nitric oxide, like that oxygen in your blood, but I actually feel like a sensation that my lungs actually can expand, and I get more air, and I feel like I can work out, like my walks or my jogs are more like brisk because I can get more oxygen. It's the weirdest, best feeling. I love it. It's like all of a sudden I can just take a deeper breath. I don't know what that is though, but
Interesting.
I love it. I love it.
I love that.
Megan, do you know any sciencey thing about that? Like nitric oxide?
I think she has been learning about the nitric oxide. Yeah.
The what? Yeah, no, for sure it's a nitric oxide. That's the main benefit from it, is that it really almost produces that kind of like how you feel when you do take a run or something, like that endorphin, like not how people call it, like a high, like a runner's high type of a thing. It kind of like elevates you to that level, but you didn't run, you just drank a drink. So it really does help with all the things that you're saying. It's probably the nitric oxide component. And there's a lot of antioxidants in there too, which antioxidants in return help with inflammation. So whether or not you were having some like microscopic inflammation, it does have like blueberry, kale, all those type of antioxidant components in active. They're kind of like snuck in there. Like you think it's an energy drink, but it's actually good for you too. So the antioxidant component can be part of taking care of like free radicals type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else want to like share their reaction or anything like that?
Okay, I'm here. Okay, so I'm actually like not sure about the taste yet of active. It's just like a really like sour taste to me, but I don't not like it. It's just I feel like I'm gonna have to get used to it. Maybe like after I drink a couple of them, I'll like it. But today's like the perfect day for me to try this and actually see if it gives me energy because I slept like 4 hours last night, so I'm like exhausted. So I'm kind of excited.
I personally have to dilute the active a little bit more. Like I don't know if it's like too sweet or what it is. Like I'm not a huge peach mango. Like it wouldn't be like my go-to if I picked a flavor off of a shelf. But I dilute it more than I do the slim. I think just for that reason. Maybe that's what you're saying. Like if you dilute it out a little bit, maybe that would help too.
Yeah, I'll have to try that. But
yeah,
I haven't had the slim yet, so I'm excited to try it too.
Yeah.
With the active, I didn't love the flavor alone at first. And so I was mixing it with like my bubbly that had like a little essence of another flavor. I really liked it with like a lime, and that was awesome. And I do love it mixed with my slim. But then when I like later on, I tried it just alone. My taste buds like enjoyed it. So but I like it in all the ways. So maybe just try it with a bubbly or add limes or play around with it.
Ice makes a difference to me. I don't know. Like,
Also the timing too. If anyone, you know, once you kind of start taking it, you kind of figure out when's the best time to take active. For me, by just playing around, try in the morning, try after lunch, try before lunch, try late afternoon. And then same with slim, you'll kind of figure out what is best for your lifestyle. And then kind of just relating to that, like just make sure you chat with whoever invited you, because you know, we can recommend what's going to be best for your health goals and your health, any health concerns that you have. We can help you make some recommendations of other products that may pair well with the slim that would go along with your goals as well.
yeah.
I'm gonna pour this Cosmo though while we're hanging out. If you guys have any more things to say, go ahead.
I need to get all that fancy. I used to have a bar cart with a lot of cute things on it, and
Yes. I have a bar cart I don't use though. It's like I put all my work stuff on it.
Yeah, wish I was at your house. True. Wish I was at your house. I wish I had somebody making me a drink right now. Well, thanks Madison and Dina for your feedback. Appreciate it. And anybody else, like if you have any other questions, like feel free to ask. We're very much an open book. I just asked about, like Dina, I asked you if you were surprised, because I was the pickiest kid growing up, and it took me, I'm still kind of picky, but if I tasted a hint of something that I hated, I would be so dramatic about it, like, oh, I gotta coax it down my throat. And same with like protein. I work out a lot, I lift a lot, and so I have to drink protein. And like the like lean shakes that we have with Plexus, when they first come out, I actually didn't try them for like 9 months because I was like, I'm not gonna like it because I just don't like protein. They're all disgusting and clumpy, and just you have to coax them down your throat. So eventually I tried it, and I was way surprised that it basically tastes like cake, but I felt the same way initially. I was like, does this taste like a supplement or not? But yeah, I think some of it, sometimes you just have to figure out the way that it like fits your taste buds, because everybody's taste buds are different. And we also have people, well, I don't know about but I have people that will take it like a shot they're like people in my fitness sphere that are like used to doing really crazy stuff, but they'll like put it in a little shot glass and put like the littlest bit of water and tip it back. Cause they're like, I just want the benefit. I don't need to sip it. I don't care. I don't need to make the whatever. So there's that too. But thanks. I just want to respect everybody's time. We're a few minutes over. And just as a thank you for you guys being here and carving out half an hour, well, 35 minutes of your time with us. We just want to offer like a little something for you guys that came on. So basically what we have going on right now is we have 2 different specials that you guys can take advantage of between now and 11 p.m. I think 11 p.m. is kind of like the max cutoff because we won't go to sleep. But we offered this in the morning and we had a couple left over. So initially we had reserved out 6 different opportunities for people to take advantage of these specials, and we have 3 left over. So if any of you guys really liked your slim or your active, what we're going to do is offer you either, you can choose a free membership to the company where basically it's like Sam's Club or Costco, where normally you would pay $40 to $50 a year to get access to the products at the lowest price, get access to exclusive like coupons and incentives and things like that. We are going to pay that for you this evening for 3 people. And so that's option 1, and you get to pick from like any product bundle that you want that comes with that. That's all you'd be responsible for is your product bundle. You don't have to, normally it's $40 for Plexus. So that's option 1. Option 2 is to purchase the slim, and you will get 2 additional products for free. So if you like the active, you could get slim, active, and I don't know, like you could do your lean shake. You could get, you could do slim if you saw the lean post and you want to get lean. You could do like our fat burner with it. It really just depends on like what your goals are. The best part about this, beyond the fact that we're giving you guys like the incentive codes for this or like the promotional codes, is that you're going to actually get 60 days to try the products for free. So if for whatever reason you don't like them, you just get your money back. We're not a company that's like going to be like, how, Dina, is there 1 or 7 slim packets left? No, like you're just going to get your money back and we're going to send you on your way and you can enjoy your life. So if it is something that you've been watching your girlfriend and you're like, why is this crazy person on my timeline literally all the time talking about this stuff? Just like, give it a go. Just give it a go. You really like don't have anything to lose. So yeah, those are your options. Again, we have them in total for 3 people. So just message the person who responded and we'll let you know if you got it or not. If not, we still have opportunities for you guys to do drawings and win different prizes. We have 1 prize post in the group right now, and we're going to do one a little bit later, and then we'll announce the winners. So sorry, see, I've drank half of this. Do you guys see how I went from being like totally calm, cool, and collected, and now I'm like getting litty lit over here from like half of this thing? This is what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna go because I gotta go burn some energy.
Yeah, same. And I gotta go drink this Cosmo. I know I saw someone ask me what this is, how I made it. I'm gonna post the recipes of some of the drinks, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But we want to know, do you have questions? Before we close this out, we're gonna sign off here, and the Facebook group is open for questions. Also DM whoever invited you if you are ready to grab this special before we close it out and pass it along to somebody else. So I'm super excited for all of you guys trying your samples, and thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to be, aware of your timing here. I think it's a few minutes over. So anything else before we go? Anyone? No? Good? Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.